This is the Wordlife Show, hosted by Krazy on Ujima 98 FM, Tuesdays 8 till 10. So, it's the Wordlife Show.
Hello, Mr. Krazy.
Hi, Mr. Upfront.
Nice to see you.
It's a pleasure. Every time, bro.
Always, never a chore.
Never, ever a chore. No, never. I can't think of a time. And
No.
You know,
And if I can remember one, I'm not going to say it now, neither.
This is fair, actually. Yeah, just push the side temporarily. Right. No, bruv, honestly, it's always a pleasure having you in the house. Right, for the audience and for the people who's just locked in on DHACK MEDIA, okay, because we film these interviews, so if anyone listening on Radio Live now is wondering what we're rambling on about, I'm just addressing the fact that we got DHACK MEDIA and Rogan Josh in the house filming. Okay, but basically we do this every week. We have a special guest artist come through on the Wordlife Show, and today we have Upfront MC from the Split Prophets crew, but also just a heck of a standalone artist on his own right. So
thank you very much.
Jeez, I think one of the best, bruv, honestly, and that's not even just jumping on that, and it's real, bruv.
No, man, that means a lot. Thank you very much, man.
I mean, the wordplay's mad, bruv. Like the wordplay. I mean, that Bristol's Light track that I started the show with.
Yeah.
I think that shows people that you can literally just pluck all of the names in Bristol and make a solid piece of music.
Yeah, man, I like that one. That was one of my favourites, to be honest.
I've heard a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Where they mention all the MCs and they just chat garble.
Yeah, I mean, that one got a good response, and yeah, I think everyone that was involved in it, or like at least mentioned in it, I think that they rated it. Yeah, so that's kind of what it was for anyway. It's kind of a shout out and a big up.
You said my name. Yeah. You said my name. No, you actually did. So thank you, sir. But that was also, honestly, a piece of a track, and that's why I thought it's only right to start the show with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So addressing that now. Okay, so for the people that don't know.
Yep.
Upfront MC, okay? Would you care to give them a little bit of back history? I know we done a touch on the Split Prophet show.
Yeah.
But this is all about you today, sir.
All about me. Well, yeah, I'm from Bristol, born and bred. Grew up in BS3.
Come on.
Minster, the Mo.
Yeah, man,
the famous place. Whack-mo. So yeah, and well, it was when I met Paro and Rez and stuff like that through friends of skating and stuff, and I went to school with Paro.
Dean Lane, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I went to Ashton Park, so I went the same school as like Paro and Flying Monk, and got introduced to everyone else there. And, I wasn't really into hip hop when I first met them, and they kind of just pushed me onto it, especially the UK stuff. I'd heard American stuff, obviously, because it's bigger, but the UK stuff's a lot more underground, and I didn't really know about it, and they showed me people like Chester P, Task Force, the obvious people, Jest.
So how old was you then, roughly?
14 or 15, I reckon.
So you didn't, like, exclusive to Wordlife, you didn't have a dodgy emo stage or nothing?
Oh, well, I think everyone had it at a certain point, but that was like when I was about 12, so yeah.
Yeah. Did you have like the Spider-Man 2 side part of jazz walk
with the lacquer out and all that? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Now, all right, swiftly moving on. Hip-hop. Now, you guys, you and Rez put out 8 Amused and 2 Kids.
Well, yeah, Scribbled Thoughts we put out.
Scribbled Thoughts. So that was the project that you, that was the EP?
Yeah. I mean, I released a solo EP before that called Unidentified.
All right, talk me through that. Sorry, that was...
This is when I first met Bad Habits, who is a massive part of Split Prophets.
Yeah.
He's like we call him Dad Habits, not Bad Habits.
That makes a lot of sense, to be fair.
Yeah, he runs everything. He basically, me and him were chilling a lot. We were good friends, so yeah, we started making music. That was kind of why we met anyway, through one of my friends, Boyo.
Yeah.
Big ups Boyo.
Yeah, big ups to Boyo, yeah.
Yeah, big ups Boyo. But yeah, so did an Unidentified EP. We were unknown, so that's why it was called Unidentified.
That makes sense.
Put out, I think it was just one video for it. But yeah,
what was the video from that then?
The Unidentified video is the title track.
I don't think I've seen it.
No, you need to check it out, man. It was a good track. I like the track. I think it's one of my favourites, even though it's an old one. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah.
You think you know someone, and then they realise they tell you they got a whole project before that. Jeez.
Yeah. So that was before that, and then obviously. We continued with Scribbled Thoughts, and that's when we started doing shows as well. So before that, no shows had happened. Yeah. And then we released Scribbled Thoughts and Ain't Amused, and that kind of went boom.
Ain't Amused was the first video, wasn't it?
It was like the first. Well, it's the first video as what we called Split Prophets.
As the group of Split Prophets. Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's 9 of you in Split Prophets.
Yeah, we're 8 of us.
8. Same. Sorry, I'm thinking of the Wu-Tang. That's the other guys. Yeah.
Same.
The other rap supergroup. Yeah, you know. R.I.P. ODB. Yeah, 8 now as well, isn't it? So,
yeah, man. There's 8 of us. Yeah, there's a lot, but obviously. on that first one, it was just mainly me and Rez.
You and Rez, yeah. Was that on the whole of the Scribbled Thoughts? It was.
Yeah, I mean, we got. There was a couple tracks with Paro and Bill and stuff like that, and obviously that kid coming a little bit later as well. But so that's how it started. Scribbled Thoughts.
Right, now those videos they're up in the millions now, aren't they?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Not all about stats and numbers, but those numbers are worth talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're good. I try not to be about stats neither, but
it's a nice feeling to know that you've peaked over the million thing.
Yeah. I mean, people seem to think it's a good feat to have accomplished.
It's a milestone, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think we'd be lying if we said it's not.
Yeah, no, it is. Of
There's
course.
not many Bristol artists that can go. Oh, God, like, how many million is it on that?
Like, two or three. I don't know. 2.6.
It's literally it's over 1 million as well.
Yeah, I mean, we got a few videos on it now, so they've all been clocking up. But again, they've been on for a while. They get constant views. We got good fans, so people listen to it every day.
You got good skills, fam. That's where it comes from, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, now, big up the fan. You've got a wicked fan base, though. I think you got a loyal fan base as well.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I think
100%.
That's one thing you lot showed a while ago in Bristol was that unity was a key thing.
Yeah, I think so.
And you and all your muckers, like, people say there's no unity in Bristol. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lie.
Well, there's a group of 8 of you come together, and now you're touring the world. And doing shows, and you got millions of views on your videos. So
yeah. I mean, unity is a massive part of what hip hop is. Without it, I don't think no one that you know would be where they are. Do you know what I mean?
One man bands, isn't it?
Well, that's it. And everyone
on his head. And,
I mean, look, people like Wish is like an ode to that now. When I speak to him, he says stuff that is that. Do you know what I mean? You get the olders like My Stiggy, people that are like people I look up to, and they're telling me that, like, you boys. That community vibe that you've brought is really, really tough, and I think that is, again, it makes it easy for people when they come to our shows to relate. They're with their mates, I'm with my mates. All I'm doing is spitting.
Well, at the same time, I think just numbers. Again, I hate to be about numbers, but logically, if there's 8 of you and you each bring 10 people each, that's 80 people in the party already.
I think the first show we ever did at Crofters back at this is Rhyme and Reason days.
Yeah, big up Luke.
Yeah, big up Luke, wherever he is.
Yeah.
But
See up there? So I thought I'd seen him run past the square.
But so when we did that, it was a case of that. We were playing with some sort, like, definitely a lot more established rappers in the scene, and we were supporting them. Yeah. But where we just have a lot of friends in this, like, there's so many of us. So I mean, if I invite 2 people, like you say, if you invite 10 people each, you've got 100 people coming to watch you. So it don't even matter if you
quick maths.
Quick maths.
80. That's all right.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
You got a B on it.
Rounded up.
That's all right. You can just still get extra credit. we got the freestyle segment coming up after.
That's all right.
So, you know. Now, bruv, honestly, and it showed and it set a precedent, I think, out there for Bristol artists. And now you're getting some of the biggest slots that Bristol artists have had. You know what I mean? Yeah,
man. We've done good. Supported some dope people, some legendary people, man.
I mean, is there anything that you've ticked off your bucket list? I mean, not to gas too much, but
playing with certain heads like, I don't know, Redman and Method Man, doing that. Yeah. Well, the Wu-Tang stuff's crazy.
Like the 14-year-old up front would have been.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm gassed even as a 28-year-old. You know what I mean?
I think that's fair to say, actually, isn't it? Like, man. Meth and Redman, I think, 2 of the best in the world and always will be. Yeah. And that ain't going to change.
No. And also, as a performer, watching 2 people that perform as well as they do, it was crazy. So to share a stage with them was amazing.
Yeah, their stage show's live, isn't it? Still.
One of the best, man. I'd definitely say.
I mean, not to make it about them. Your stage show. Now, I've been there a lot of stage shows with you guys. For example, your latest EP launch.
Yeah.
You guys had jet skis inflated.
Yeah, man.
And you were sat on top of the crowd.
Yeah.
Riding around on inflatable jet skis.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Riding the wave.
Riding the wave. Not a lot of people get to do that, bruv.
Nah, that's a good feeling.
You know what I mean?
It's a funny feeling, yeah.
I'm probably too heavy to do that.
Well, no, yeah, I'm not, so that's why. And I mean, Rez was trying to do it, but no one wanted to lift him up. So.
Yeah. No, I was on the front of the stage and somebody shot me a jet ski. I'm cool. Yeah, now they probably broke some arms, man. Yeah. No, honestly, I mean, the experience of that must have been good fun. But literally,
playing Bristol is always, like, every time we play Bristol, because we don't do it as much as we'd like to, because obviously we've played here a lot of times, so people are looking to be getting people from out of Bristol and stuff like that. And so when we do play Bristol, it just goes to show how, like, solid our fans are, really. I
think, you can oversaturate something, and it doesn't detract from the skill. You know what I mean? I think too much of anything is a bad thing, isn't it?
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think, basically, you've got to be careful of that when taking the gigs in Bristol sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as much as they'll be like, let's get Split Prophets, and let's get Split Prophets, and and then after a while, people might not come.
That's it, yeah.
You know what I mean? But truth be told, you guys still get a lot of gigs.
Yeah, man.
And people still come. So I don't know. Man. Maybe you're disproving that formula there as well. But,
I don't know. We're doing all right.
You're doing good. All right. Okay. So projects. Now I've talked my way through about 12 minutes of the interview already, bro.
Yeah. Nice.
Let's chat about, you got a project that come out recently, man.
It was like a single basically that came out a solo one. I haven't released a solo single or EP or album for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I've just been stacking, man. I got to that stage where I knew that the music needs to be more advanced.
You've got a big audience now, haven't you?
I need to be stacking. Like, I don't just want to have the next album ready, drop that, and then be waiting 2 years again to build up. So I just spent the last 2 years building. I went over to Germany and spent a load of time over there with, as I said earlier, with Beppo.
I was going to ask you about him because you've got, you said 2-3 projects already done with him now, yeah?
Yeah, man, yeah. We've got an album and 2 EPs, basically.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, and is that live instrumentation?
He does play, it's a mix, so he plays, some of it is completely his.
Because on the track that I heard, I could hear live instruments.
Yeah, so on our vocal point, the tune that just played, that is actually a completely self-made beat. There's no samples in that.
Yeah. No, I thought my ears could pick up on that as a producer.
Yeah, man.
Like, no samples.
As an expert in the field.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
But no, that is that's his vibe, and he's also just a G. Like, I went out and I didn't. We met through just literally talking about music, and we made like a couple songs.
Okay.
And then he was like, "Why don't you come out and we'll try and make a project?" He got me some shows.
Yeah. What was it like doing the shows over there then? Is that good?
Oh, Germany's cool, man. I think if you look at like the numbers on certain things, I know it's lame, but Germany is the second biggest following of me, at least, anyway, as an artist.
We went over there with Mobb Deep and Joe Young from Wu-Tang and that, and the support from the Germans in Berlin.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's a crazy scene out there, man. It's a crazy scene.
I mean, they all dress up in their rock clothes as well. Have you noticed that?
Like, they're crazy,
so I think some guy had like an axe at one point, like a beard and a shield and stuff. But
every show I play, I think I played 3 solo shows out there. We've been Split Prophets, but the solo shows were good, man. It's nice to go somewhere like that and get the response that you do. So it's cool. It was cool.
Right, when are these projects coming out?
I mean, at the moment, there's no release dates.
Okay. So just keep your ear to the street, people.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that tune that I played, hopefully will be coming out soon. The video's done. Right. It's one of these processes. Music gets done, and then it takes however long. You then got to do
the other bit to get.
Yeah, it's good making the songs, but then you got to get everything ready. You got to get the artwork and all this stuff.
Okay, well, if it's quite alright with you, I'm going to keep that one in rotation and pass out to a few DJs and get that one moving, because that's fire for real, bruv.
Yeah, man.
Okay, right. Now, time has flown by, and
you're having fun, isn't it?
It's mad, isn't it, bruv? It just soon passed, isn't it? Yep. The whole show's just flown past. But bruv, before we're going to go into some commercial breaks in a second.
Yep.
We're going to get you to do some live bars after that.
Yeah, for sure.
But can you just tell them the social media, because that's what it's all about nowadays?
I mean, if you want to get hold of me, I'm on Insta. I'm Upfront Split Prophets. Facebook, it would be the same, Upfront. I got a fan page on that. The Split Profit stuff, so it's like, what is it, www.splitprofits.bandcamp.com. We got a new pre-release going to be put up for Joey Paro.
Come on,
come on! He's got an EP with Ill Inform coming out.
Oh, really?
Called Victory Gin.
Yeah, right. I've actually heard about that.
Yeah, it's really dope. Really dope. I feature on one of the tracks.
Big.
But yeah, so that's the next one. There's no release date, but that pre-order should be up in the next couple of weeks.
I get the forecast.
And the forecast is out. Yeah, I mean, it's the vinyl sold out. The same as my single. Look at this, Spectator. Yeah. They're all sold out, but you can still get the digital downloads. They're all on Spotify and stuff like that.
Go stream the heck out of it.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Right, bruv, I got to stop this because we're going to take away time from our freestyle bit, and I don't want to do that, bruv. Thank you for coming through.
My G.
Oh, no, bruv. Right, we're going into some commercial breaks. Stick around on the other side, and we'll be back with some live bars. Let's go.